In The Young and the Restless, the storyline surrounding Noah Newman's mysterious attack finally takes a shocking turn as the truth comes out, and the identity of his attacker leaves everyone in Genoa City reeling. The suspense has been building for weeks, with Nick and Sharon desperately trying to piece together what really happened the night Noah was left unconscious, and now, everything finally falls into place. The episode begins with Detective Chance Chancellor and Nick Newman going over new evidence from the police lab. The surveillance footage from the alley where Noah was attacked has finally been enhanced, and the grainy figure caught on camera is clearer now. As Chance zooms in, the face becomes visible, and Nick's eyes widen in disbelief. It's not some random mugger or a jealous ex. It's someone with a direct connection to the Newman family. The attacker is revealed to be an enforcer hired by a longtime Newman enemy who's been plotting revenge against Victor's empire. The revelation hits hard. The attack on Noah wasn't a coincidence or a random act of violence. It was a targeted message meant to hurt the Newman family at its core. The man behind it all is none other than Ashlyn Locke's old associate, Graham Dennison, a name that once faded from the corporate chaos but has returned with vengeance. Graham has been operating from the shadows, bitter and obsessed, blaming Victor and the Newmans for destroying his business life and reputation. His plan was never to kill Noah outright but to scare the family, to remind them that their power makes them enemies, and that the ghosts of their past never really disappear. As Chance and Nick put the pieces together, they learned that Graham's hired man, a thug named Leo Martin, followed Noah the night of the attack after spotting him at the club. Leo's orders were to send a message, but things went too far. The blow to Noah's head left him unconscious, and when Leo realized how serious it was, he fled the scene, leaving Noah bleeding and defenseless. Graham then vanished again, hiding his tracks behind offshore accounts and fake business deals. When Sharon learns the truth, she's horrified. She can't believe that Noah's near-death experience was part of a revenge plot connected to Victor's past dealings. She confronts Nick, blaming the constant Newman rivalries and power struggles for putting their son in danger once again. Nick, guilt-ridden, agrees. For once, he admits that the family's enemies always seem to resurface because of their own ruthless history. Meanwhile, Victor's reaction is explosive. When he hears that Graham Dennison is behind the attack, his fury is unmatched. He vows to hunt Graham down and make him pay. But this time, Nikki steps in, pleading with Victor not to escalate the war further. She warns that every time he seeks revenge, it only brings more pain to their family, and this time, it almost cost them Noah's life. The tension escalates when Chance gets word that Graham has been spotted in Chicago, using a fake identity and laundering money through a shell company tied to Newman Media. Nick wants to go after him, but Chance insists they follow procedure. Still, Nick can't contain his rage. He blames himself for not protecting Noah and swears he won't rest until Graham faces justice. Later, Noah wakes up in his hospital bed, still recovering, and is stunned to learn who was behind the attack. He remembers flashes, the sound of footsteps, the glint of a ring on the man's hand, the feeling of being followed, but he's shocked when he realizes this was all meant to hurt his family, not just him. Noah tells Sharon he doesn't want to be a victim anymore. He wants to help the investigation and see Graham brought down for good. The final scenes are intense. Victor quietly makes a phone call to one of his private contacts, suggesting he's planning his own form of justice outside the law. Nick warns him not to make things worse, but Victor just says coldly, "No one hurts my family," and walks away. The revelation of Noah's attacker not only exposes a new threat to the Newman family but also reignites old rivalries and moral divides. With Victor ready for vengeance, Nick torn between justice and family loyalty, and Sharon terrified that one more Newman feud could destroy them all. It's clear this storyline is just beginning to explode, because while the attacker may have been caught, Graham Dennison is still out there, and the Newmans are once again a target in a dangerous game of revenge.